What TV cousins answer to the CB handles Lost Sheep number 1 and Lost Sheep number 2? Answer: Luke and Bo Duke. What quarrelsome comic book author was banned by David Letterman after appearing on the show in a Boycott NBC t-shirt? Answer: Harvey Pecker. Who parlayed tiny parts in his older sister's films The Karate Kid and Cocktail into a juicy role on Melrose Place? Answer: Andrew Shue. Whose talk show debuted in 1982 with Bill Murray and Dan Mr. Wizard Herbert as guests? Answer: David Letterman's. What country star left Hee Haw in 1986 after 17 years of pickin' and grinnin' with Roy Clark? Answer: Buck Owens. What NBC series centered on a probationary angel named Jonathan Smith? Answer: Highway to Heaven. What Sesame Street hero was always armed with carrots and celery? Answer: Captain Vegetable. What nighttime soap followed Dallas on Friday nights for much of the 80s? Answer: Falcon Crest. What series earned Nicholas Colasanto an Emmy nomination for Best Supporting Actor the year he died of heart failure? Answer: Cheers. What former running back joined the Monday Night Football team during Howard Cosell's last year in the broadcast booth? Answer: O.J. Simpson. What was the name of the classified time travel project supervised by Sam Beckett? Answer: Quantum Leap. What sitcom did James Burrows, Glenn Charles and Les Charles leave in 1981 to start up Cheers? Answer: Taxi. What hit CBS sitcom opened most episodes with a different Motown classic in place of a theme song? Answer: Murphy Brown. What sitcom cast Gerald McCraney as a Marine, who fell for a pacifist named Polly? Answer: Major Dad. What game show host reflected as a child: when I was having the alphabet soup I never thought it would pay off? Answer: Vanna White. What Miami Vice star describes his African, Native American, German, and Irish heritage as American gumbo? Answer: Philip Michael Thomas. What series featured Stephen Baldwin and Josh Brolin as young Buffalo Bill and Wild Bill Hickok? Answer: The Young Riders. What surname did the Growing Pains family get to honor a Mets pitching ace? Answer: Seaver. What comedian was the most frequent center square on Hollywood squares during the John Davidson era? Answer: Joan Rivers. What sitcom spun off the series Empty Nest? Answer: The Golden Girls. wields 67 pounds of animal fat onto her talk show as a symbol of her own weight loss in 1988? Answer: Oprah Winfrey. What ABC stunt show featured host John Davidson's warning, "Do not try this yourself"? Answer: That's Incredible. What drama bumped off its popular Gary Shepherd character in a tragic biking accident? Answer: 30-something. Who nabbed an Emmy for his role as Crockett in Tubbs' crusty boss, Lieutenant Castillo? Answer: Edward James Olmos. Who hosted the $25,000 pyramid, the $50,000 pyramid, and the $100,000 pyramid? Answer: Dick Clark. What was Mr. Tibbs' first name on In the Heat of the Night? Answer: Virgil. What original party animal was actually a female bull terrier named Honeytree Evil Eye? Answer: Spuds MacKenzie. Who was the youngest of Claire Huxtable's kids? Answer: Rudy. What sitcom popularized the phrase, "I'm Larry, this is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl"? Answer: Newhart. What NBC drama's name appeared in its opening credits as a personalized California license plate? Answer: L.A. Law. What TV journalist was marked for asking Kate Hepburn, "If you were a tree, what kind would you be?" Answer: Barbara Walters. Who built the time machine crucial to the plot of the TV movie The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones? Answer: Elroy Jetson. What product was Michael Jackson filming a commercial for when his hair caught fire? Answer: Pepsi. Who was the dad to the three kids on Full House, Danny, Jesse, or Joey? Answer: Danny. Who owned the Boar's Nest Eatery that employed Daisy Duke as a waitress? Answer: Boss Hogg. What budding pop star played Willis' girlfriend Charlene on Different Strokes? Answer: Janet Jackson. Who was famously knocked out of his chair by wrestler Jerry Lawler on David Letterman's show? Answer: Andy Kaufman. What actress 2 months younger than Bea Arthur played her mom on The Golden Girls? Answer: Estelle Getty. What game show host stopped dyeing his hair in 1987 to protest animal testing by cosmetic firms? Answer: Bob Barker. What series hoped to boost ratings by torching Mrs. Garrett's gourmet food shop Edna's Edibles? Answer: The Facts of Life. What series treated viewers to a low-energy basset hound named Velvet Ears? Answer: The Dukes of Hazzard. What Screen Actors Guild president had spent 5 years on TV playing a newspaper editor? Answer: Ed Asner. What high school sitcom fit a young Sarah Jessica Parker with geek glasses? Answer: Square Pegs. Which former Beatle was the original narrator on Thomas the Tank Engine? Answer: Ringo Starr. What cable channel hired satirist Al Franken to cover the 1988 Democratic National Convention? Answer: CNN. What 1989 miniseries starring Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones scored 7 Emmy Awards? Answer: Lonesome Dove. Which Love Boat character was surprised to find he had a love child named Vicky? Answer: Captain Stubing. What show featured bailiffs named Selma Hacker, Florence Kleiner, and Roz Russell? Answer: Night Court. Who appeared briefly on Hill Street Blues as bad cop Sal Benedetto before returning as a regular? Answer: Dennis Franz. What daytime soaps has Cliff and Nina Warner marry each other for a record 4th time in 1989? Answer: All My Children. What actress played Blake Carrington's long-lost illegitimate half-sister Dominique on Dynasty? Answer: Diane Carroll. Which character left Happy Days to go study optometry? Answer: Ralph the Mouth. What crafty title character survived numerous run-ins with a master assassin named Murdoch? Answer: MacGyver. Who parlayed a guest shot as Lucy Ewing's mama on Dallas into a 12-year gig on Knots Landing? Answer: Joan Van Ark. What sitcom's characters sipped suds at Phil's? Answer: Murphy Brown's. What future Catwoman played Sunshine Jensen in a short-lived 1980 series Bad Cats? Answer: Michelle Pfeiffer. What septuagenarian voiced the warlock Vincent van Gogh on the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo? Answer: Vincent Price. Who is the youngest chipmunks, Alvin, Simon, or Theodore? Answer: Theodore. What cable channel was launched in 1988 primarily as a showcase for movies from the MGM library? Answer: TNT. What sitcom centered on a former shepherd from the Mediterranean Isle of Nepos? Answer: Perfect Strangers. What cover girl was the first host of MTV's House of Style? Answer: Cindy Crawford. What HBO show featured a mystical oracle known as Madame Trashheap? Answer: Fraggle Rock. What series saw kids at Robert F. Kennedy Jr. High being tormented by a manic coach Cutlet? Answer: The Wonder Years. What high-priced Atlanta lawyer drove a Crown Victoria and survived largely on chili dogs? Answer: Ben Madlock. What Ted Knight sitcom was based on the British TV hit Keep It in the Family? Answer: To Close for Comfort. What surname was shared by siblings Julia and Suzanne on Designing Women? Answer: Sugarbaker. What singer celebrated Christmas with the Muppets on a Rocky Mountain holiday special? Answer: John Denver. What series centered on a detective agency named for the shampoo its owner used to model for? Answer: Moonlighting. Who played George Papadopoulos, Webster Long's godfather? Answer: Alex Karras.